on the like race site they started, but on
Yeah,
our
they
end,
started
we
it.
have to wait for like
So they
delay of all
probably.
sorts.
Oh, is that a timer on the screen?
It is.
Oh, that's cool. So you
I
can
mean, we
like.
also have a timer on the timer.
So you have like 3 timers.
Dang, crazy.
So Ophelia has this ability. It's called Guide, and depending on maybe explaining path actions first is a good thing. Octopath has path actions, which is the way your character can interact with the environment and the NPCs. And Ophelia's path action is called Guide, which lets Ophelia guide certain NPCs. So you're going to be seeing that depending on the route. I don't exactly know which route they're going to be taking because there are like 20 of them for Ophelia, but
Yeah.
depending on the route and everything, you might be seeing guide a lot. You might only be seeing guide when it's necessary for the story. You're definitely going to be seeing it in chapter 1 though, because the guided NPCs can be quite good.
There's a lot of cutscenes also. This game fortunately has a skit cutscene button. Words are hard. But you still have to like go through them to get the story to advance. You also buy the quartz rod because it's better magic. Ophilia is a cleric, so her magic is like great.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Really good magic stat.
Yeah, do many damage magic.
Basically.
So you're gonna be you might have noticed Enk is running in Japanese text. I don't know what the voices are because have we heard voice lines yet? We might have.
I think
Sunny's at least
Sunnymuffin's
doing
playing
English
all
voices.
English. And
That's
from what I can gather from chat, Enk is playing both voices and text Japanese.
Yeah, so text doesn't matter for this game at all. You can have it Japanese or English, which are the only 2 options, but voices can matter. On some characters, certain voice lines are longer in Japanese, and on some they're a lot longer in English. But for Ophelia single story, it doesn't really matter all that much.
Yep. Also, Enk decided to do a strat where he just walks the whole way to this cave, and because of the way the step counter works in this game with encountering enemies, Enk was able to make it through this place in a single encounter. So that is going to be some time save, putting Enk in the lead entering the Cave of Origin. Which means I guess I technically now get to switch to Enk's stream and see what voices there are. But we're almost at the first boss coming up.
Do you want to explain the first boss?
Alright, so... Hold on. That is a Japanese voice line. So the first boss coming up is... So we have pure English versus pure Japanese. So the Guardian of the Flame, Summon Winds guy is here. The guy that we guided in the tavern will use this attack called Summon Winds, which does 3 hits of wind damage, which breaks 3 shield points off the enemy. And since the enemy needs to win, it's extremely good for this fight. It can also do a staff hit, which is a lot more annoying to deal with because it only does 1 hit on the shield as opposed to 3. So you're usually just hoping for Summon Winds because it's the best possible scenario most of the time. Every now and then the guy will run away and you'll have to re-summon him. Okay.
Is that 4 Summon Winds for Enk?
Well, technically not, but like the staff hit for Enk was when he was broken. So
yeah, no, yeah, that's correct.
Still really good.
Really good, yeah.
Insanely good fight. Sunnymuffin had like the same luck, except had to, I think, re-summon a turn earlier because even more wins. Yeah, that was just like some of the luckiest stuff you'll see in the game.
It was two very good, yeah, 2 very good Guardian fights.
The race is staying even.
So now the game sort of turns into this open world thing where you can go really anywhere you want. You can pick up any character because, as Laurie explained, there are 8 characters. So you can pick up any character in really any order you want. The only important thing is that Ophilia is the first one you pick up. So unless something really crazy has happened to the routes, they're probably going to be heading over to Atlas Dam next and picking up Cyrus.
Also, if you want more arbitrary wars to decide which runner you want to root for, I believe right now Sunnymuffin's on controller and Ink might be on keyboard. Oh,
Is he on keyboard?
I think in the skip cutscene bar I saw on Ink's screen there was like a square looking button. So I think that's like a keyboard key.
It might be.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really been paying that much attention to how he walks.
It looks very... Ooh, actually, I don't know.
I think they might both be on controller, yeah, because
yeah, okay.
it's the most common controlling option as well. Controller.
Are there people that like do combo controller and keyboard? Oh, that is definitely controller movement. Never mind.
Yeah, that's.
Sometimes the game will default to keyboard prompts, anyways. All right. Some people might know, but I am a boomer who cannot stream the PC version of the game, so I still have to play this game on Switch every time I want to play it.
But the Switch version works just as well, apart from being like a couple minutes slower.
On load, yeah.
Sunny getting an esports moment and couldn't flee from the ants first try. Ink getting a... Yeah, Ink getting into Atlas Dam first.
I think Ink might have had like an extra encounter or something compared to Sunny, but Sunny had started fleeing, so that mattered more. Now there's the most epic, basically. We have another really good magic damage dealer, so we're going to buy another Quartz Rod for Cyrus. But we're also going to get a lot of Soul Stones. So another path action. Woohoo!
Yeah. And I believe both runners are also going to be buying 2-pointed hats for both Cyrus and Ophilia, which helps with the encounters in a cave. I don't remember what it's called. Cave to Russell. That's the official term.
Subterranean study.
Thank you. This helps with encounters and generally just sort of ranges and stuff.
I didn't know people did that.
It's a fairly recent strat.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Now with the tournament,
in a while.
And now that the tournament has started, Ophilia has really evolved as a category, and there have just been so many routes that have been or that have appeared. From like 3-character routes to 4-character routes to allure to inhibit to ETH
when
to
I was
like
actually
everything.
Signed up for the bracket, I had to go into the channel for Ophilia on the Discord and be like, what route is existent? Because there are too many. But
yeah, there's not really a best route at the moment. I think there's a fastest one, but a best one is probably a bit harder to describe, especially as this is a no reset, so consistency is very highly valued. Let's see, they're gonna want to kill 2 encounters here in the cave to get 10 JP on Cyrus. And it seems like both of them have gotten 2 fairly good encounters. Is that correct? Yes, that's 2 encounters. And you don't want skulls, what are they called? Skeletons, because they only drop 4 JP.
Alright.
2 encounters from Sunny, 2 from Ink.
Yep. Sunny went for the extra small soul stone. Well, I think Ink skipped it.
I believe that's a thing if you don't get a soulstone drop somewhere else, but I don't remember.
You can get a soulstone drop on the Guardian because he summons a Dark Wisp. So maybe Ink got that.
Maybe I didn't really look.
Yeah, no, I wasn't paying attention to the drops either. Since Russell here, though, on top of being a very similar fight to the Guardian, where you're just kind of hoping for those wisps, or not the wisps, but the summon winds to work. He also has wisps that he summons, so you're kind of also hoping that you get summon winds and maybe soulstone drops from the wisps. I said that very scattered. But
yeah, just break the guy and then use big spells, and then eventually he dies.
Yeah.
Or you die. Hopefully you heal before you die, but sometimes You might like have a little bit of a, I don't know how to say it.
Like
You might
gamer
forget
moment.
to heal. Yeah, it might have a proper Octopath esports moment.
Yeah. And that's what this is. This is Octopath Esports. Both players have been pretty safe with the healing so far from what I've seen, so I'm not expecting an esports moment on Cyrus.
No, I don't think either of them are gonna die. I think Russell is gonna die on Ank's side here, and Sunny has one more break, or probably this break as well. That's Russell dead on Ank's side.
I don't know. I think Ink got a little bit better luck with like just like summon wins. Oh, okay. Nope. Never mind. What am I saying? Pretty close.
So far. But here's the great equalizer, which is Whistlewood.
Yep.
Please, if you want to explain Whistlewood, or do you want to explain Whistlewood even? It's hard.
Oh, I'm doing it. All right. So first off,
Yes.
before we learned a skill on Cyrus. So the reason you wanted JP in the cabin beforehand was to teach a skill, Lightning Blast. And that's going to help in Whistlewood, potentially, but also just for the run in general. So Whistlewood is a place where we go to grind for encounters so that we can get more JP on Cyrus. Specifically, when you learn enough skills, which is what you do with JP, you can get support skills on that character that like help. Ooh, this is a good encounter for JP. But you get support skills on the character that are kind of just like passive things that work all over the place in the game. And the very first passive skill that the Scholar gets is called Evasive Maneuvers, which makes it so encounters happen a lot less. And as you can imagine, that's very good. So Whistlewood is one of the best early game places for Cyrus to just get a bunch of EXP and then level up and not have to worry about encounters for the rest of the run. Because we mentioned the game is overworld to an extent, but the game is still very hard to navigate. Like if you try and go to an area that you're too low level for, and Evasive Maneuvers just allows us to go basically anywhere in the game without having to worry about encounters. It looks like Ink decided for another frog fight to use one of the Ice Soul Stones, which is one of those Wisp drops I mentioned earlier.
Yeah. So both runners getting pretty decent RNG on the way to Whistlewood. I'm assuming since this is a race, they're gonna just accept the first encounter they get. Oh,
Probably.
Hank got surprised in Whistlewood. That's not good. Sometimes you can survive these
Oh!
frogs. Sunny getting a
Sunny
Kate.
got a Kate
Sunny
in
getting a
Whistlewood.
Kate. Alright, so a Kate is like a special enemy that drops a lot of XP and JP and good stuff. So getting a Kate in Whistlewood is really good. Hank dying in Whistlewood.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
So that puts Sunny in quite a lead. Fortunately for Ink, dying in this game isn't the worst thing in the world because there are autosaves on like every loading screen. So.
Oh.
And then 5
Hank
bugs.
getting 5 bugs. Not getting surprised either. Both players getting pretty good Whistlewood encounters. Apart from being surprised by the first group, that's a solid Whistlewood.
Yeah, no, even second try Whistlewood. So many runners are into that.
Sunny, I'm assuming going to the, what is it, the Forbidden Forest? I don't remember what it's called.
The Forest of
These
Purgation.
Forest of Purgation, that's it. See, I don't remember the names, I just remember where to go.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's all you need to know, really.
Exactly. So he's going to grab some soul stones, he's going to grab some money, because money's really, really, really good in this game.
Mm-hmm.
It allows you to basically cheese every single boss fight if you just have enough money. And depending on the route they're taking, enough good RNG. I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see which route they're taking, really.
So, just a lot of good treasure in this area. I've not seen this route where they go to Purgation, I think. It's kind of surprising. Because I know some other routes will go to Purgation, but those are usually routes where you have Therion with you. So you can open the purple chest, which has, like, I think, a 15k staff or something like that.
Yeah, it has a lot of. I don't. Is it 15k? I don't remember.
It's something like that. It might be like a
That's-
17k dagger.
Yeah, it has money in it. It's fine. It's good and all that. So Sunny now heading over to what's the town called? Is it Rippletide?
Yes.
Yes, Sunny heading over to Rippletide to pick up Tressa, which is the third character they're going to be picking up. And depending on the route, maybe the last character they're picking up. There are some 3-character routes that are like really cool and stuff, but I don't know if they're going to be using them because they're slightly more risky on just. I don't know what to say. They're slightly more risky because you only have 3 characters instead of 4. Ank also heading over to Rippletide about a screen behind Sunny, which is thanks to that death earlier. But anything can happen, especially considering that the final boss is very RNG dependent, even on the safe routes.
Mm-hmm. Bosses are just going to be like that in this game sometimes. You can just go into this game, make a route, and be like, hey guys, look, I made a safe route, and then you'll die 10 times on the same boss.
Yeah, it's fun. It really is. Sunny's now picked up Tressa, heading over to Tressa's Chapter 1 boss. Ank also picking up Tressa. So on the path to the Caves of Maya, you usually get an encounter. That encounter can sometimes be fled from. You see Sunny decides to break them instead, as he got to be fish, and they're very easy to break.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though these guys are very low level, just fleeing in Octopath doesn't really work the way you want it to.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, it just doesn't work at all, honestly. So if I don't remember incorrectly, which I hope I don't, this next boss fight is gonna just be using some of those soul stones that we picked up from the level, what is it, level 50 area?
Yeah, something like that. 56? I don't even remember.
Very high level, and they're like level what, 13, 14-ish?
Something like that.
Hank not being able to flee from this encounter, that's just true Octopath esports right there.
It truly is.
Sunny's gonna be just throwing some soul stones at the bosses, and as you can see, they do quite a bit of damage, especially when you do around like maybe 100 damage with spells.
Yeah,
So you don't
that's
even need
something
to
I
break them.
forgot to mention earlier is so soul stones have medium and large variants, and usually you find the medium and larger ones in later parts of the game. So as to where the soul stones only did 400 initially, the medium ones do and large ones do a lot more than that.
Yeah,
So-
the large ones do 2,700 damage when not broken, and I believe 5,400?
Yeah,
And
just
they're
double
broken.
27.
Yeah, so they do many damage, as you can
Yes.
see once again. So that's Tressa's Chapter 1 done, and Sunny heading over to probably over to Goldshore now, right? Gonna pick up Merchant Shrine, which is you can pick up jobs that you can then equip to different characters. So depending on the route, once again, they're gonna pick up maybe the Warrior Shrine. They're definitely gonna pick up the Merchant Shrine, as the Merchant is the most broken class in the entire game. And
Yeah.
maybe even the Thief Shrine, depending on the route. Like I said, there are a lot of different routes that they can take from here. We see Sunny going into the Warrior Shrine now, so he's probably picking up Warrior.
Probably picking it up. I don't see why somebody would go into the Warriors trying to step count reset if they're not going to Stone Guard itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Like sometimes I think in like Haunted, when she needs to go to Stone Guard, you'll sometimes see people just like walk in here. But that is not a thing when you're going to store, really. Warrior's an interesting class. It's got some interesting moves. that can be helpful for breaking shields and also like manipulating the opponent into making sure you get the fight you want.
Yeah, Warrior has, at least in the Ophilia route, your Warrior is going to be used a lot to manipulate the turn order. Specifically, probably with Spearhead,
Yeah,
as that
Spearhead.
allows you to defend and also attack at the same time. Defending puts you first in the turn order on the next turn.
Mhm.
So
why
that's
you've already
an ability.
seen some defense too.
Yeah, you've seen some defense. I think Ank did it in Guardian a little bit. I think they did some of it in Russell. I didn't. Once again,
I
didn't
think I
pay
saw
super
one.
much attention to their defense, honestly.
Yeah, no, me neither. But it's pretty
So
big
here-
in later bosses where you want the turn order to be very specific.
Exactly. And then, so here you see Sunny save quitting. So he saves at a save point and then he quits and then he loads the save. And as you might expect if you've played an RPG before, that's going to reset the step counter and allow Sunny to make it to the Merchant Shrine without getting an encounter. Because he's in an area right now where if he gets an encounter, then he's probably going to die.
Or if he
There's
doesn't
this-
want to die, he's going to have to use up a bunch of soul stones, and the routing on that is too precarious to just throw around.
Exactly. And also, as they only have 3 characters right now, they're going to be surprised more. I don't know exactly why they get surprised more often when they only have 3 characters, but they're going to be surprised like a significant amount more. And if they get surprised, especially in these next screen, they're going to die instantly with no no chance of backups or anything. They're just going to have to go back to the last screen.
Yeah.
Sunny tagging Goldshore?
Ophilia has a chapter here later in the game, so she does need to return there.
Yes, as you can fast travel in this game. And you can only fast travel to places you've been, obviously. Sunny scrutinizing, I believe that is like a path or something. You get a thing that's good for a side quest, and you get some, I don't even remember. You get money, you get like a thing.
Something like
And then
that.
didn't get an encounter on going to the screen. Sunny grabbing the soul stone there, and he's gonna go back to the screen before that and grab the Thunder M there. Because if you grab it before going into their setting, it's just you're gonna get an encounter and you're gonna die probably.
Very particular movement on screens to not get an encounter. Both of these players are playing on the PC version of the game, which means on West Gold Shore Coast, they cannot walk over the plant.
Plant skip is possible on the PC version, although it is very peculiar. As it's, for some reason, the plant is collision on the PC version, but not on the Switch version. It's one of those weird version differences that we just kind of have to accept. Hank not grabbing the soul stones, I believe he's doing a different route then. Interesting. As you can see, the routes have sort of diverged a little bit.
Yeah.
Sunny grabbing that Thunder Soul Stone, and Sunny getting bush skip. Very, very epic. Clap for that.
Esports.
Big esports. Also, once
Now-
again, you see the players save quitting because you have to reset the step counter.
So now Sunny made it to Grandport, and is going to go to Lock of the Lost King, where encounters are 100% impossible. You can't get one here, no matter how hard you try.
You can absolutely get an encounter here.
Nope, no, you can't.
Sure you can. You just walk around in a circle for a bit. Enk getting an encounter on Goldshore, however, not very good. As you can see, these enemies do quite a bit of damage, and their health isn't really that high. Failing to flee as well, so that's probably going to be a death from Enk's side.
Yep.
Sunny teleporting to Rippletide, gonna head over to, depending on what route he takes. I don't know what route picks up the soul stones back in Gold Coast, but Goldshore, that place. But he's probably gonna be heading over to Saints Bridge and starting Ophilia's Chapter 2.
That sounds probably like the move.
Unless he's doing He could be doing a lure route, in which case he would head over to Primrose's starting town, Sunshade, picking up Primrose.
I don't think this is how you do... No, it depends. A lure route's weird. At least the version that I do. I don't think a lure route... Well, okay, I've already seen a lot of stuff that I don't do. So, and I can't really say.
Ank looting gold. That's what is that? Gold Shore, Gold Coast, Grandport. Thank you. You see, I know where they are. I just don't know the names. Ank looting Grandport early, while Sunny has decided to do that later. I believe he's doing that before Ophilia Chapter 3, maybe.
That's an interesting strategy.
So I believe Ank is going for the Thief Shrine route, which is, I believe that's the safe one of the 3 character routes, but I could be wrong. Sunny going past Sunshade, so probably not going for a lure route.
Nope.
It would be very weird if he did.
I know somebody talked about it, like removing, I think it might have been Mangar was talking about doing an allure route without Shrine of, like, the Rune Blade. Because in the allure route that I, like, have memorized, I know I'll tag Cobblestone right after Tressa, and then go to Grandport, and then, like, it's a whole mess from there. But,
yeah, it's just... Yes, that's all we have to say about that.
Yeah,
basically. You get an encounter on that screen, that's kind of unlucky. Using a Thunder M, or Ice M even. Not killing the encounter, unfortunate.
Very dangerous.
Using a Thunder M as well, that's not... I think they never die on 1 Soul Stone, so I don't know why I said it's unfortunate. I think they always require 2 Soul Stones. But the route, I think the route Sunny does actually has a few extra Soul Stones just for the encounters that you can get along the way, so you don't have to die or rely on stupid fleas. And Sunny starting Ophilia Chapter 2.
I don't think that was like an intentional grind. Okay, and we say Ank going to get the coin and a Sunshade.
So Ank is for sure going for a 4-character route, and for sure going for Prim? Question mark? No? I don't even know what he's doing. I thought...
Tag. Maybe...
I'm gonna put my hand on my heart and say that I have no idea how Thief Shrine route works. So maybe he picks up.
Okay, chat's saying going to Thief Shrine right now, and then is gonna warp back to Sunshade and tag Saints, or then run to Saints, which makes a lot of sense actually. Yes. Now that I read that,
that makes more sense than the alternative, which is I don't even know what the alternative is.
Getting a lore route.
Yeah, and because they obviously need to tag something on the way back. You see, it all makes sense. Chat's smarter than us. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't want to say that because 1, I have pride, and 2, like now that I understand, it makes perfect sense, and it's totally something I should have like thought of without getting confused. But I got confused. So.
Yeah, chat could easily just replace us. That would be easily replaceable commentators.
Dang. Unfortunately.
Sunny heading over to... Yeah, that's unlucky, bad RNG.
Yeah. I was
Sunny heading over to the Ophi 2 boss. Ank heading over to Thief Shrine, not started Ophilia 2 quite yet.
90 versus 2. I was thinking a little bit earlier, maybe the Soulstone usage before Saints Bridge could have been like an intentional grind thing. Because I know in the route that I do, when I do the Allure route, I take an intentional counter in Mirkwood, which is the dungeon coming up, or on Mirkwood Trail, depending on where I get it, just to like level up a bit to get some more JP and EXP. But Sunny got a Kate in Whistlewood.
Yes.
So I really don't think you need to grind an encounter in Saints Bridge Trail if you got a Kate.
And also in the Mirkwood, you do usually get an encounter.
Yeah.
Because just of the way the dungeon is laid out. It's a big yes. So you can see Sunny doing some menuing right now. because he has a lot of JP. He can just really put whatever on anyone. Like, you see, he's just got so much JP. He doesn't know what to do with it. So Sunny might be going for save quit here because he used the large soul stone on the encounter on the trail, or he could be just going for another encounter and then picking up a backup soul stone. Sunny indeed going for a save quit.
Makes the most sense.
Yeah, because he has enough JP already, so might as well just go for the save quit and not risk being surprised by this encounter and then dying.
Yeah, especially, and also because of the encounter on Mirkwood Trail. I know what I usually do is if I make it to the save point on Mirkwood Trail without getting an encounter, I'll save and quit there, and then take the encounter here. And if I get the encounter in Mirkwood Trail, I just flip it.
Indeed. Did you pay attention if Sunny bought Soulstones in Saintsbridge? Because I didn't.
He used a Shadow L. So I assume he bought that one in particular. I don't remember another one that he would have picked up.
Probably.
I don't know about the wind one, though. I can't
probably
say for sure.
bought. Let's just pretend and say that he bought both of them, and it'll be fine.
The NPC that you buy the wind L from in the town is very important for the run. So if he didn't, we're gonna probably see it right after the boss.
Sunny, I saw Sunny scrutinize that NPC earlier.
Okay.
So that's definitely a thing. Do you want to pronounce this boss's name?
Not really.
Give a shot at it?
I dropped something on the floor.
You dropped?
I don't really want to try it.
Why not?
No reason.
Sunny collecting on... I don't even want to say it, and like my language is pretty close to that language. Here you see pay to win, aka hired help.
Okay,
Really
there's
good.
a Wind Soulstone L and an Endless Items proc. So getting that Wind Soulstone back, very good. Very good Harad Vintner fight. Very good Harad Vintner fight.
H-Rod Vitnir. That's the official
Vitnir.
pronunciation.
I'm very glad that Forrest is not in this chat right now, I'm pretty sure. Ink having to go to the tavern, losing reputation on the Scrutinize for the bracelet.
That is indeed very unlucky.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna have to, I believe, use mercenaries instead of dancers on the mystery man and the other person that I don't remember.
Figure.
Shady figure. There we go. See? Names aren't my thing. Sunny already in Ophilia chapter 3.
How fast?
Insane speed. But I believe Sunny's route is also ever so slightly faster than Enk's, as he doesn't have to pick up the eavesdrop. So he saves around, I think that's a minute.
It's good time.
It's good time, but it also makes the final boss of the run really inconsistent.
Mm-hmm. As he always is.
Even more inconsistent than he usually is. The fun.
Oh, no.
It's just, if you haven't seen that encounter strategy, it's really fun.
Can't wait.
Ank not getting an encounter on the path to Mirkwood, so therefore he's save quitting, so he doesn't get one. See, Ank grabbing the chest. I think that's extra money because
Yeah, that's 3,500 money, I think.
Yeah, because he had to restore the reputation. Otherwise, he would be low for the final boss.
Yeah.
So almost everything that's done throughout the run is just to build up to the final boss. Even like during chapter 2 and chapter 3s, you're always thinking about the chapter 4 boss.
Mm-hmm.
You
Because
know,
that's kind of the last moment in the run, and you need it to go well. Otherwise, it's not going to be fun to back up.
Sunny buying an unerring bracelet, which is to increase. That's a bracelet. I believe that increases accuracy by 50, which is just to make things miss less.
Mm-hmm.
Ank being did he get surprised?
He got surprised and then is going last on turn 2.
In Mirkwood, so that's really unfortunate for him.
Mm-hmm.
Really not good. That's bad RNG right there. Esports moment.
Sports.
Sunny looting... How say the name? Grandport.
Grandport. Right now, it's a good point to do it in the run. And then I'm gonna go back to Saints Bridge. Probably now gonna buy those bracelets.
Yeah, Sunny's gonna buy the stim bracelets. Are they stim bracelets? Please tell me they are. Empowering bracelets. There we go. See, names.
Same thing.
And he's also gonna buy a charm rope for Cyrus, and then he's gonna go and guide the Warrior, because the Warrior has an ability called Inhibit Defense.
Oh no.
And what Inhibit Defense does is that it lowers the magic defense and the physical defense of all enemies. But it's a random chance if he casts it or if he attacks or if he does another attack. Maybe I think it's a 33%. Let's just say it's a 33% because he has 3 attacks.
Does the man's have like 2 physical attacks he can use?
He has normal attack and he has head bash and he also has inhibit defense.
Then it's a 1 and 3. I don't think there's 33%. I don't think there's like a move on any like person you can guide or lure that has a move more likely than the other.
It's probably correct. Also important to note is that Sunny did scrutinize an NPC back in Saints Bridge to get the ability Guide with Ease, which makes guiding people easier. So he can do it. And wait, I don't even know if he did that because he got the Kate. I don't know how the levels work out on that.
Basically, Guide is a noble path action, which means that it's guaranteed to work as long as you're a certain level, but you just can't do it at all if you're below that level.
Apparently you don't need it if you get a Kate, so there you go. He did not scrutinize that. I'm a filthy liar.
Yeah, it's fine.
Enk getting a good H-Rod Vit near fight, and because Enk picked up the Thief Shrine, he has an ability called Armor Corrosive, which basically does what Inhibit Defense does, but it's not random, it's guaranteed.
Yeah, you use it.
All of Enk's boss fights are going to be 100% consistent unless something just major goes wrong, which it hopefully shouldn't. So that's a huge difference between the routes that Enk does and the routes that Sunny does. Sunny already on Chapter 3 boss.
Yeah, I'm going to say right now, not knowing anything about the routes that either player is using, I just don't straight up think that you can make Maddie 100% consistent. There's always going to be something you can do to mess you up.
Consistent after turn 1, if I don't remember incorrectly.
Yeah, that's basically
turn 1 can still go wrong, but everything apart from turn 1 is basically scripted on the route Enk's doing.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But turn 1 is always going to be turn 1. I don't think you can undo that.
Sunny fishing for Inhibit Defense didn't get it, so I believe he went with a Soulstone throw, which lets you back the fight up, question mark?
Yeah, it's a good thing to have if you do not...
yes, no Inhibit Defense is there. So he's going to have to throw some extra Soulstones.
And actually I'll bring it up, because there is actually one advantage of... another
very nice EI proc. That Wind Soulstone has been duped twice.
Yeah. But... Oh, no collect.
And there's the Inhibit Defense.
So this boss right here is, 2 characters in one. An EI proc on that defense, on that Wind end. And there
Sunny's been getting some true esports EI procs. Shady Figure not dead. That's a party wipe.
That is going to be a party wipe.
Big oof.
Yeah, that is not great. Inhibit Defense, though, if it goes off, will inhibit every enemy's defense for, I think, 3 turns.
Armor Corrosive is only single target.
Yeah, and if you don't boost Armor Corrosive, it's only for 2 turns.
Yeah, it seems Sunny had some issues with the backup there, and also getting an encounter on the way to Mystery Man Shady Figure. Really not good. Using a Wind out there. Didn't quite kill the encounter. But thanks to the empowering bracelets, Sunny does have quite a lot of health, so he's able to tank them.
Okay.
So, with that death to Mystery Man Shady Figure, Enk is pretty close to being able to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
It just requires... It's at this point, it's almost anyone's game.
It is.
Just because of how RNG that Octopath is just... Yeah.
Also, I think depending on how this fight goes, we might need to see a lot of backup soulstone collecting from Sunny.
Sunny,
Because...
I don't even know if Sunny is able to do the backup. That's an inhibit defense. He doesn't need the backup anymore.
Alright, we might be good.
Turn 1 inhibit is... That means that this fight, unless he misses some attacks, should just be straight... Yeah, should be really... It should work, is what I'm trying to say. Thank you. Unless he misses, and he picked up the unerring bracelet, so he should be fine.
Also, I was more talking about, what's it called? Needing backups in case of not getting an inhibit defense. But the inhibit defense basically means that I don't really think if any backups are going to be needed by Sunny here.
I don't think so either.
An extra dupe would have been nice, because I'm not 100% sure how this route functions.
I believe he only needs 1 large and 1 medium for Mattias, which is, if you don't know, Mattias is the Chapter 4 boss. Just putting that out there. I believe he only needs 1 large and 1 medium, so he should be fine, question mark. I think he has 1 large, 1 medium.
Don't you also need soul stones for the encounter before it?
Yeah, you need 1 large, 1 medium before going to Chapter 4.
Okay. There's a medium right here.
Yeah. So Sunny is probably good on soulstones. If he isn't, he's going to teleport back to Ripple-Tide and grab a soulstone there.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not going to be necessary, but...
Yeah, no, there are still soul stones that Sunny can get.
Ankh going into Mystery Man Shady Figure. And you're going to see his fight's going to be very different.
Mm-hmm.
See Sunny starting the walk towards Whisper Mill, which is the Chapter 4 town for Ophilia. I believe Sunny's grabbing an extra soulstone there, which is a Thunder Elle?
This is a Thunder Elle.
But he's getting very bad RNG.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he did not.
He's not gonna pick that one up.
I think he's just making do without it. Because I believe he's still good on soulstones and he just wanted one for a backup strategy. I might be incorrect. I'm not super on to soulstone route.
I'm not 100% either, but moving around skills and classes to prepare for that final fight. Or also this encounter coming up. Whisper Mill Plains is a big screen. So you will see an encounter here.
Luckily, this encounter is really easy to break as it's weak to both spear and bow, 2 abilities which are, or 2 attacks that are quite easy to use. That's the correct word. So you can see 1,000 spears there. Ankh done with Mystery Man Shady Figure.
Cool.
Also soon on his way to Whisper Mill.
Sunny with that perfect break. So the
Good
1,000
there.
spears hits both times, or both enemies 2 times. So all of them break turn 1.
Yeah, unerring bracelet there because he doesn't need the accuracy anymore.
Yeah, the health is much more important at this point.
Especially for the backup strategies for Mattias, as you do tank some of his hits sometimes. I would comment on the menuing that Ankh's doing, but I don't know Japanese.
Me neither.
Sunny's selling his items to get enough money for Mattias. Also picking up the Thunder M next to the shop. And he's almost there. He's almost on his... Or he's pretty much a couple screens away from the final boss.
Yep.
Ankh going to the road to Whisper Mill thing. This chat said, he's setting up for Mattias. That's all you need to know. You don't need to know the ability specifically. he's probably getting like armor corrosive and hired help, which are like the only two abilities that really matter in this game.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Sunny's gonna win, hopefully. No, I'm not allowed to say that. What? Sunny's gonna. I realized after I said it that I'm supposed to be unbiased,
I
which
mean,
I
you
am.
can be unbiased and still wish the runner good luck.
I didn't mean it that way, but let's just pretend I did.
All right, Sunny's
Sunny
gonna win
gonna
the
stick
race
with-
right here.
Sunny is ahead, but one party wipe, and Enk is just he has this.
Yeah,
much.
essentially.
So it is anyone's game, especially as Sunny's fight can sometimes just decide to do some Octopath esports, and I mean, the rest is going to speak for itself. Sunny
Yeah.
picking up 30k here, big money in that chest, while Ank's selling items. So there's a fight before Marius, which is the three cultists, and these guys, the boys, they can throw soulstones at you and just totally ruin your day.
It's not cool.
It's unepic. That's one greater fire soulstone. If one more gets thrown, it's probably a party wipe. It's not a great fire
Focus.
soulstone. So that's good RNG.
It sure is.
This fight, you just break and then throw a soulstone at them, and then they're dead.
Yeah.
Or two soulstones, not one, two. See, I've played this game before. Oh,
It's gonna
three.
throw a medium.
Correct.
Yeah, a large and two mediums. And it's probably
Basically
good at
the
this
same thing.
point. Yeah, probably good at this point coming up.
If he isn't good, then he's screwed.
Yep, basically.
Do you think we're gonna get to hear the speech?
I don't know.
Marius.
I think Sunny just wants to finish.
Probably. Marius, the only boss in the game that's voice acted. Very, very nice. So you get to hear like an epic speech at the start. See attack going on Ophilia, and consuming darkness also going on Ophilia. That's the double tap, and it's really not good.
No,
It's the only thing making Marius not a good boss fight.
it's the main reason of my comment earlier on why turn 1 Matthias will just not be consistent.
It will never be. Just-
Yeah. Matthias will never be like in 100% just because of this tap.
But I believe Sunny's going to back this up, question mark.
Probably.
He's
it's
attempting to at
possible.
least. Duping the Healing Grape M there is actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. Alright. Back on the feet.
Ankh getting one soulstone immediately, not very good.
Sword hit.
But breaking the enemies, so he should be good there.
Donating
And
BP
Sunny
fire.
right now fishing for the inhibit.
Yeah.
That's a break.
That's another break with very good BP on the two characters.
Sunny needs the inhibit basically this turn or the next. He needs the inhibit soon because
Basically,
he
like
can't-
right now would be.
Yeah, he needs to. He's right now stalling, using vets without inhibit, which works.
Yeah, you can
But-
do a set of vets without the inhibit.
Two
might
sets of
even do
vets
two.
without the inhibit.
It's a strat.
Yeah, probably still works.
Alright, let's see how Ankh goes.
Reflective Veil as well is gonna help with that damage. Ankh not getting double tapped as Consume Darkness was the first one, so cover should be able to be fine here.
Yeah, cover should work. But it goes on Cyrus anyways.
So Ankh not getting double tapped.
We're gonna see a good fight from Ankh here. Let's
Sunny-
see if Ankh's able to finish the fight before.
Sunny needs an inhibit basically this turn, otherwise I think he is screwed. This is the classic Marius. Not going for the inhibit either.
I think what
I don't know if this is... Can he finish this?
Sonny's
Maybe we...
thinking
I think Sunny's just wiping.
No, he's throwing. He's throwing.
Yeah,
he's throwing
Sunny just wiped. And Enk, because of the Thief Shrine route, Enk doesn't need. He doesn't need any of that inhibit defense. Yeah, now that Mattias has summoned the ads, the fight is unwinnable. That's such classic Mattias right there. That's just classic.
Just be like that.
Indeed. So Matty fight should be scripted right now. Unless, maybe he misses? That's a possibility. Didn't happen.
I don't think it'll happen. Nope.
So unless Enk mismenus, this is Enk finished, the boss.
Yeah.
Pretty, like, apart from the one death in Whistlewood, that's really... and one death in Whistlewood and also getting sort of screwed over in Mirkwood. That's a really good run from Enk.
You know, that's pretty good. I think Enk's PV is like a 47 something, so it was only a few minutes off. Which is really good.
Sunny
Enk is
going
our
for
winner.
the run back, and that's time on Enk's side. GG's. That was a really close race. Really, just... There, I mean... GG, Enk. Great run.
GG's to Enk.
I wasn't too happy about my encounter luck, to be honest.
No, your encounter luck was... That was unfortunate.
What did you get? You got second try Whistlewood, which isn't the worst thing, but it's still not first try. Grand Port.
Yeah, and I got the cringe, like, 4th try escape in Press 1.
Yeah, I saw that. That hurt.
Like, I always... I have this, like, principle that if Cyrus is first, I kill them. Or if there's, like, no enemies between whoever is first and Cyrus.
Yeah,
Press was first, and then I just escape. Well...
Yep.
Your
but
boss
overall,
fights went really well.
Well, that's the good thing about this route. You lose 2 minutes, but all the fights are free, so you don't have anything to worry about in the fights.
Also, don't forget to click finish on the race time.
Oh, well, I will do that.
Sunny going for attempt number 2 on Mattias. Unfortunately, didn't get the inhibit off and also got double tapped, so was unable to finish the fight.
Was he on pace to win me if he didn't?
Yes.
Yeah, he was ahead most of the race, in part due to getting Kate in Whistlewood and getting first try out of there. It's pretty alright.
First try Kate Whistlewood, yeah.
I mean, Mattias with the Extreme Esports Edition route is just Extreme Esports.
Yeah. I basically reverse gambled with this route. Like, I lose if my opponent gets the luck they want, but if Mattias decides to be...
And with Octopath, it works. Exactly. Sunny able to close this fight out now because he got the inhibit. 2 inhibits actually, so he's super good.
Swimming in it.
Yeah. So should just throw some more bets at it, and then eventually Mattias dies and the run's over.
So Sunny is going to join us in the call shortly. So I want to ask a question specifically for you, Enk, before we get Sunny in here.
Go.
And that is, your next opponent is either Xenosync or Neo Slash. How do you feel about racing one of those two?
I've never seen them play, actually, so I will have to wait to see their match. Anyway, I think I will just do the same thing.
Yeah, no.
Sunnymuffin.
I had like an idea that if I get a really bad start, I will go to the esports route.
Oh.
But then I just decided in practice that I just want to perform one route really well.
That is fair. And hello, Sunnymuffin. I saw your circle light up, but I didn't hear you.
Sunnymuffin. Hello. Not getting audio. GG's. Both of the runners. Really close race. Entertaining. Really good performance from both of you. Apart from some of the bad luck that happened with the Mattias and encounters on Enk's side.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of luck Sunny had overall, except the Maddie, which was a disaster.
It was pretty decent luck, I'd say. Some extra encounters where you don't want them, but apart from that. And also dying to Mystery Man Shady Figure. Forgot to mention that one. That happened. It truly unfortunate. So let's see if we can get some.
It speaks to the volume, like it speaks to how fast the esports route is.
Yeah, it's just truly so fast because it doesn't require picking up Thief Shrine, but inhibit RNG is just inhibit RNG.
Yeah, Thief doesn't have that, so.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get some Sunnymuffin audio.
Yeah, I don't know why it's. I could like do some funny.
I think they're.
Like, I wouldn't say this route is particularly slow either. It's like 50-54 with this, and kind of luck is not bad at all.
Oh, that's a good run.
We got some Sunnymuffin audio.
Sunnymuffin audio. Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
Hi.
Yo, GG, Sunny.
So, Enk, did you just not done for like 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I had like a chance. I was like, what the heck? How is Enk not done?
Yeah, no, it was
Unfortunate.
50-54 on.
Yeah,
the
I
live
didn't
split.
know about pressing that button.
Okay, good. So even with my Matthias death, still would have lost.
Yeah.
Which route did you wind up doing?
Thieves rank.
Oh, nice.
I just didn't want to deal with the RNG any more than I have to.
Yep, I hear that now.
Yeah, I think it's still the wrong choice for this tournament because I think the odds are on the spot side.
I think for the early rounds, going the safer route is actually wise, but when it comes up in the rounds to the semifinals and maybe the finals, going for the esports is probably going to become a more popular option.
That might be. Well, I know the esports, so I can switch, but I don't know if I want to.
Yeah, Thief Shrine route works really consistently, which is good for these no reset bases.
Yeah, exactly. I was pretty happy with my performance. I don't think I did any real mistakes there.
Yeah. If I was counting damage, I wouldn't have died to Mystery Man, but I wasn't.
Mystery Man's a man.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can't really do much thanks to inhibit RNG. That just happens. But nonetheless, good performance from both of you. You both played
Thanks.
pretty well.
For sure. Let me post the runner links in chat so you can check these two out on their own time.
Any final words from Sunny or Enk? Sunny,
No,
of
not
course,
really.
eliminated from the tournament. Enk,
I was
moving
looking
on to the
forward
next round.
to quitting Ophilia and resuming Harnett, but I guess I have to play Ophilia a bit more.
That's
Yay.
truly unfortunate.
Yes.
And
I'm really
Sunny,
glad.
any final words?
I'm really glad that we're having this tournament. Like, it's really cool seeing all the runners get together and all the innovation that's coming out of it. Like, the Ophilia route was the same for like what, a year and a half, and then now there's like 18 different routes that are all within like a minute of each other. So that's pretty sweet. Yeah, and it's a great time to be in the Octopath speedrunning.
Yeah, in
It
general,
really
I feel
is.
like the game is popping off a bit this July. Being pretty busy with the game.
Indeed. So, I guess we gotta close this out. Thank you for watching. Thank you, the racers, for racing and entertaining us like this. Thank you, SpeedGaming, for hosting this race. Up next is I don't know. I haven't checked the schedule. Have you checked the schedule, Laurie?
I think I checked the
You know
schedule
what's
a
up
little bit
next?
ago. You can check it yourself right
I
here,
can
both
check it
for
myself.
the channel and the tournament.
Currently, there's a Hollow Knight Rando Lockout Bingo on SpeedGaming 2 and a Link to the Past Daily Race Rando Open. Some of those words are in the correct order on SpeedGaming 3. And the next tournament match for Octopath is going to be tomorrow? Question mark. See,
yep.
yeah, so it's gonna be tomorrow.
Same
and it's
time as today, except it's tomorrow.
same time, same place. Hopefully, we don't know if we're gonna get SpeedGaming 1. Lost Core
No.
versus Dahlia. Make sure to watch that. And yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else required to say?
I don't think so.
So with that, we're done. I think. How do we go off the
We
live?
say, see you guys tomorrow, and then we leave, and then I hit all the buttons to end the stream.
All right, hit the buttons.
All right, see you tomorrow.
Yeah.